Good morning all. I've been super stoked. I've been super stoked to get round to doing summer with this one. As you remember, I've already got a Trek single track 930, but I've got the kind of purpley pinky kind of like pearlescent kind of weird colour one, which is the cantilever one. Now this one is the steel V-brake version, which I'm going to resto mod this one as well, but I thought I'd do a first look video just so you can see what kind of state it's in. And then a bit like the Voodoo, that's still hanging up there because I've put loads of oil down there. Still haven't really given the seat post a massive amount of effort to get out at the moment, just been putting some oil down it. But let's get stuck into this one, because this one, I think, once we get a load of the crap off it, it's going to polish up the frame, it's going to look mint. And this is the bike that we took the Mazzocchi bomber forks off the Voodoo, and these maybe are going to go on the Trek. So let's have a quick look at this one. Right, no lie, I think this frame and just the finish of it is just absolutely sexy. Single track 930 in a beautiful blue, triple buttered chromoly tubing. Yeah, very nice. Right, so yeah, that's the frame. No special dropouts or anything like that. It is just what it is. But that don't take anything away from the frame. I think it's going to be a beautiful one. Right, this one has clearly been sat for many years. So the forks in general, the RS Jet RockShox forks, aren't in bad condition. Got a set of standard V-brakes on there with a reflector. Now it has got the original Icon. Now these Icon bar and stem, and it has got the seat post as well. They would have originally come on this bike. I don't like those Amoeba or whatever you pronounce it. Bar ends, they're coming off. STXRC shifters, god, I've got about 6 pairs of them now. What's that? Sarah crank, that's coming off. Sarah front mech, that's coming off. Now it's got an LX rear mech on there, which is in. It's filthy as anything, but that can come off, get cleaned up. That'll go in a parts bin. The wheels aren't too bad. It's got some Panaracer. They're kind of like semi-slicks. They don't look that old, and clearly not going to be original to the bike at all. Wheel wise, this has also got the STXRC. I've got so much STX stuff now, it's unreal. And then some, what are they? Super dirty rims, but they look a bit cruddy and a bit nasty anyway. So same front and back wheel set, all in all not too bad. Headset spinning lovely. The saddle's quite nice. It's a shame that it's got just a little tear just there. Boop, boop, boop. Maybe I could stick that down, but I don't think I'm going to be putting that seat post and seat on this anyway. So what is my plan for this one? Well, my plan for this one is I'm resto modding it. I'm getting rid of that crank, front mech, making it clean, polish it up, making it look absolutely amazing. And I'm going to single speed the front, narrow wide chainring. Don't know what kind of gearing I'm going to put on yet. Don't know whether it's going to be 8 or 9. I don't know whether it's going to be XT, LX. I don't know yet. All I know is that I'm actually breaking down the worst bike I've built on the channel, and I'll show you that one in a minute. It rides horrible. I'll get to that one in a second. But I think stripping this down, getting that frame off, so I can basically, because I've got like a big bucket now of stuff that I'm kind of like been going through. I'm going to donate it to where I work, and they can use it on like community projects and so on. But I'm going to strip down this bike out front because it rides like a sack of spuds. So let's have a look. So I'm breaking down the Kona Cone that I basically built with the 2B10 SLX stuff, quite modern. It originally had the bombers on. Hello cat. Originally had the bombers on, took them off. It's now got surly forks on. It just I don't know if it's because it's aluminium or what, but I've swapped out the forks and a few other bits, and I just don't like it. So that is all just going to get stripped off anyway, and then I'm going to put that Kona back to pretty much original to what it had on there. So essentially that one's getting broken down. I'm going to use a few of the bits on there on this one, a few of the little red bits, maybe the brakes I might use on this one. And then like I say, this one's either going to get the blue bomber forks or it's going to get the red Mazzocchi bomber forks that I've got. They're a bit more retro, but these forks have got an inch threaded, which that's 1.1 inches. So I'll probably need to get a new steerer if I wanted to use them, which they would. Oh, they would. You know what? I might have to invest in a new steerer because they're red with blue writing. They would look amazing on that bike. To be fair, now I've put them up against that. I think that might have to happen, you know. That might have to happen. Right, so we essentially need to strip this one down, and I think the frame's going to look amazing. Don't take long to strip a bike when you've got all the tools. Well, there she is in all her glory. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give her quite a nice little clean, and then I'm going to flip back in a second. I'm not going to go too mad on the polishing just yet, but I want to give her a clean up just so you can see how nice the frame should come up. Let's have a look. There we are. So that is all stripped down. That's clean. That means that one night this evening, well, not this evening, but one night during the next week or two, is what I'll do is I'll take her in and I'll sit there and polish her, get her absolutely spot on. Things like that rear mech, you can see there, that is cruddy. Jockey wheels don't go around that good either, but all in all, I think it's got no massive amounts of damage anywhere around there. I think by the time I've cleaned that, polished it, really serviced that, that will probably look brand new, to be fair. So that will be definitely saved for an LX group set down the line. I've got two LX group sets now that I've pieced together over the years. Relatively, one's no old stock, so there's a few bits on that, like that little nice old Trek top cap that'll probably go back on. But yeah, definitely a Restomod for this one, just because the last one that I have, that I've got, the other single track, that is cantilever, that's Restomodded, and it just rides so amazing. So many options, and I think I've got an old set of Bontrager tyres as well, which will go mint on this. And I think I'm definitely might go for the red forks on this now, definitely. Yep, well, you'll see me back in, well, no, the next one. Basically, I've just had a friend drop off a build that is got, so definitely tune in for that one. Still in the packaging. It's going to be nice. So yeah, that one will be a full strip and rebuild, because he wants it stripping, checking, cleaning, servicing, putting back together, dialed in, and then he wants to go out riding on it. Like I say, loads of bikes to do, loads of projects in the running, but this one can be cleaned, put away, and then anything I do decide to put on it, I kind of have a little box with it, put that with it, blah blah blah, bish bash bosh. Same with the Voodoo, that'll hang up there for another week or two. Get the seat post out, that will then go into the lineup, and we'll be back at some point. So yeah, last few videos, they've just basically been giving you guys an update and pretty much getting a few projects ready. The next project I'm going to be working on in the meantime is sorting this old workshop out, because running out of room, I need to make more space for other stuff. That's going to be a good refit. If you get this far in the video and you hear me mention about the refit, if you want a video of the refix, it's going to be a wild one, then let me know and I'll do a video. So on that note, as always, stay safe, wear an helmet. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. See you.